Hello everybody. So today I will show you how to scam your LLM API and how to integrate load testing into your CI/CD. So first, I'm Samir Akarioh, developer advocate at Gatling, which is a load testing tool as code. And first, why load testing is important. So I just take random article, which was ChatGPT and OpenAI was down. Uh, Bing was also down at some time because it typically rely on ChatGPT. But you have more not AI related example. So for example, Ticketmaster sometimes is down because a lot of users try to buy ticket. For example, at Taylor Swift concert. And also which is pretty funny is that the Apple India website was down before the iPhone new release. And if I take two studies, so the first time was from Parsons, the highest e-commerce conversation rate occur on page with load time between 0 and 2 seconds, which is pretty normal. Because for example, imagine you want to buy a new iPhone. You will not wait 5 seconds for the website to load. You will just go into another competitors. For example, if I want to buy an Amazon and Amazon take 10 seconds to load, I will just go on eBay or Alibaba. And second time is that the probability of bounce increased by 32% as page load time goes from 1 to 3 seconds, which is pretty logical also. So first, what is load testing? So I just took this picture when I was in London. Uh, it's kind of all required. And the thing with load testing is that we will send a user to your website in order to see if your web application will crash or if you have performance issue. And the load testing is part of the non-functional testing and performance testing. And inside of it, you have two things. You have the web performance, which measure what it is between the network between the server and you on the website, and also what is directly on the website. And you have load testing, which is only checking what it is between only the network between the servers and the website. And also you have the part of the monitoring of the server. Also, you have three type of load test. You have the capacity test, which is for example, on e-commerce website, we'll have 5 users every 5 seconds. At second 5, you will have 5 users. 5 seconds after, you have 10. 5 seconds after, you have 20, etc. You have also stress test. So for example, if you knew, I don't know, you are Apple, you release a new iPhone, you will have 1 million person coming into your website. And soak test is typically having 1 million users for 1 month into your website, for example, and here to find degradation. For example, it can be a memory leak you have on your website. And if I come back into the subject of LLM, first you need to understand what is SSE, which is server sent event. And the thing is, this kind of thing is really used by LLM and live newsfeed, for example. So typically, a user will connect to the server, you will make a request. For example, I go to CNN, a live feed of CNN, and every time CNN has the news, the server will send an event to your browser to say, "Oh, I have a new article. Click on this button to display it." And when the live news feed is finished, the server will say, "Okay, I don't have a new article to send it to you." And this is also used with LLM. As example, a lot of LLM use it. You have OpenAI with ChatGPT, you have Anthropic with Claude, and you have also Mistral, which is a French company using SSE. And if I do a small demo, for example, here it's just an application hosted on Koyeb, and here I don't use SSE. You see that it's really taking a long time to do the answer, typically 1-2 seconds. And as a human, it's really long for your customers also. And now if I use SSE, so with Stream 2, you see directly in 0.05 seconds, you have kind of the beginning of the answer. And it's kind of psychological because you don't really compute the whole answer it's faster. You just display it to your customers. So your customer will think, oh, this website is pretty fast. And now if I just show you a small demo. So I have here a Gatling simulation. So here, what is Gatling? So Gatling is a load testing tool. You can write this test in Java. For example, we have also SDK with JavaScript. with TypeScript, with Kotlin and Scala. So now, what does the simulation? So first, I'm creating a HTTP protocol the is where all the action will take place. So here on my website is that host on koyeb.app. So Koyeb is a website, it's a platform as a service where you can install OLAMA application, Python application, etc. You can easily try it. And here, what I do, so if I do wardrobe, here I'm connecting to my API, so /v1 slash chat slash completion, and I just ask one message, which is what is API day in one sentence. So in this demo, I just hard-coded this message because I wanted like just to, it was a proof of concept. But if you want to put it more in enterprise setup, so having like 20 message like this, so 20 query, you can easily do this by creating a feeder. So you will just create a new CSV file that you will put under resources with all your query, and you can easily, at runtime, easily um, put this into your Java application. And after what I do this is until the server continue to send me message, I wait and uh, continue to wait. And after I close my uh, the SEC connection. And here the setup is what's the way my user will be generated. So here I just send 5 users at once. That's all. And now if I want to launch a simulation, you have two ways. You have the open source way. So I will just do maven gatling.test. You will have a simulation will begin. Now it's running. You will have some small log into your terminal, but also after that, I will show you a report. So now we have 5 active users. It's nearly finished. Now I have this file. I can easily do open file, and we see that we have response time range for our application. We see that some requests take less than 8 seconds, but some people like 800 milliseconds, and some take more than 1200 milliseconds. So these ones are pretty bad. Also, we can see the response time distribution. So for example, we can see that what the response time for the half of the population, so user population, and also we can see a lot of information. For example, the number of response per second. But okay, but now what we have see is typically git clone my repository, just run a command on Gatling and open a file. But me, I want to have this on CI in order to have an automated setup. So first, the first thing I will do is maven Gatling enterprise package. And this will create for me a package, a jar file with all the information you need to run the simulation. So now if I close this, I will just go on Gatling Enterprise, which is the paid version of Gatling. We have a lot of features. And I will go on package. I will create a new one. I will just use Apidays London, a default theme. And now I just need to target Gatling Maven. Okay. Now I just create a package. Also, I will now create a simulation. So you have multiple ways to create a simulation. You can import a package right here. You can use a no-code simulation and or just import a package. So now I have this one. I will create a simulation. We'll just simulation API days. You can also have so private load generator. So it will be your server sending the users. You can, if you want to keep this into your private network, or you have managed. And the thing with Gatling Enterprise is you can generate people coming from multiple places. For example, Paris and Tokyo, for example. So I will take like 70 people of coming from France and the rest coming from Tokyo. Now I will just save the simulation. Okay. So now I will just show you GitHub workflow that I have on the repository. You can just pause the video and check the link, but you will also have it at the end. So now we have like the Gatling enterprise simulation, which is just a workflow dispatch because we want to have the simulation ID as input. And after we just run a simulation and enterprise. Okay, so now if I just need to get an auto action, I need my simulation ID. I just click here, copy simulation ID, run the workflow, and just put the simulation ID. So now what will happen? So the thing is it will create GitHub action. So here my GitHub action is begin. I just need to wait for GitHub. And here you see that it begin to do something. It's begin to do building. So now if I go to Apidays, I see that we have one new simulation. And now it's just like getting the strategic Akarioh, the load generator, etc. But now we will, instead of just watching the screen, I will see you other integration. Because right now I'm using GitHub, but we have integration with Jenkins, GitLab CI, GitHub Action, Bamboo. Sorry for people using SVN, but we don't have integration with SVN. But I think if you use SVN, you just need like to upgrade to GitHub or GitLab. Also, you can just monitor this with Dynatrace and sending notification to Slack. And here you have the list of protocol we support. So go to HTTP, to gRPC, MQTT, WebSocket. And now if I go to my simulation, that is finished, you see that you have a small report, more for the business part, or to summarize the information of the report. And on the report, you have a lot of information, like the Gatling open source. For example, you can see the request and response per second, the response time percentile, also the error per second. And also, if you go directly on Apidays, for example, if you run multiple simulation, you can see the trend. So for example, thanks to this, you can see if your application is like if your application improve in terms of performance or decrease in terms of performance. So now if I go back on my slide, so if you want to support us or if you want some help, you have three ways to do it. So the first one is to go on community.gatling.io. We have a great community which answer question, asking question. You will have also the news about Gatling. You can also start us on GitHub. It's just Gatling on GitHub, Gatling/Gatling. And also you can try to use Gatling Enterprise. You can try it alone, or you can just come onto my LinkedIn, ask me like if your project is pretty uh, like how to implement your project on Gatling Enterprise. So thanks you for your time. Also, I made a small article about this thing, so you can find this article into the Gatling blog. You will find all the explanation, or also the GitHub repository. And if you scan this QR code, you will have a lot more of link. So for example, you have my LinkedIn, my GitHub, like the Gatling blog post, the link of this Gatling blog post, and many more.